let's connect. Let's disconnect there. All right, everybody. Welcome. Hope they be connecting here. Just wait for everybody to join in here. Got it going on for today, November 4th, 2018. It's a big day. One of the biggest days I think we've had probably since Season 7, Episode 1. And it's a big thing here. And just going to wait for people to join in here. Obviously, if you're watching it live, spoiler warning. If you're watching it on the replay, spoiler warning for sure. Major spoiler warning. Huge spoiler warning. Major potential spoilers that may or may not happen, but are highly likely to occur in the episode for it. Season 9, Episode 5 tonight. Airs tonight. Big Rick Grimes episode and a bunch of stuff here. So last Sunday, I was at Walker Stalker Atlanta 2018, and I'll talk about that. I'll talk about a bunch of different things, but of course, obviously, we'll talk about Season 9, Episode 5, Episode 6, the latter half of Season 9, a bunch of things. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Always, top chat, super chat, live chat. Any support to the channel is always welcome and appreciated. So thank you guys for joining me this Sunday. And I'll have live streams for the next Sundays. I'm not going away on vacation or anything. It was just Walker Stalker last Sunday. But thank you, Gamma, Janet, M. King, Boyd, and a bunch of everyone that's just coming to join me right now. A bunch of people are just loading in right now. So, like I said, spoiler warning for everything for Season 9, Episode 5, Episode 6, and what you do, what it is. So, M. King, you saw me there? Why don't you say hello? Just come say hello. I'm not going to bite or anything, but that's cool that you guys saw us around. I got to meet a bunch of people from subscribers and people from, that are part of the channel, that like the channel, subscribers there too, and it was great. I also got to meet Mara, who plays Sonoy Rosita, and it was pretty cool. You can see the Peter Griffin thing behind me, and you can see the big yellow circle, and it's a Georgia touring company. They're out of Sonoy, and they gave me that for just coming by and saying hello. They gave me a bag and a couple stickers and everything there too. So I definitely recommend Georgia Touring Company and also Atlanta Movie Tours if you're in Atlanta and you want to see everything there. But thank you guys for joining me. So Janet, Bowtown, Kimberly, M. King, Gamma, Darlene, FIFA, AD, Neil, Cousins, William, and a bunch of people that just joined now. Thank you guys. It's going to be a good day, a crazy day for The Walking Dead. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, I think it's going to be a big momentous occasion for the series, The Walking Dead. Season 9, Episode 5 airs tonight, and there's a lot of spoilers, a lot of stuff going around. Ricky Grimes, what's going to happen with Rick? What's going to happen with the future of the show? Are people going away? Are people coming back? Is it Rick Grimes' last episode? We'll have to wait and see, but if you know this channel, if you know our videos, you know what may or may not occur, but highly likely to occur in the episode. And I think if the spoilers are true, if they happen and it's true, and it happens with Rick Grimes and Judith going on the helicopter and Andrew Lincoln being done with the show, potentially is what he says, is Rick Grimes going to come back? Does he have the potential to come back at some point? Would you want to see that? A lot of people say yes. A lot of people want Rick Grimes to come back. I do too, but I want it to make sense. I just don't want it to be waiting and be like, when's Rick coming back? Where's Rick? When's Rick? Will it come back? Is he going to come back in Season 10? Because the word is that Andrew Lincoln's done playing Rick Grimes. This is his last season. He confirmed it at San Diego Comic-Con. He's not coming back. He said it countless times, and he said it in interviews. Then he's going to be shadowing a director. Then he wants to direct an episode next season, Season 10, which hasn't been greenlit, but I would assume The Walking Dead is doing well enough to get another season, hopefully several more seasons. Is Rick Grimes going to be coming back, played by a different actor? Is that ever going to happen? Would you want to see that happen? I think it's better than having Rick Grimes be killed off and never to come back just to be a new actor to play Rick Grimes. I think that's the best thing for it. Of the two choices, Andrew Lincoln's done, so Rick gets killed off, or Andrew Lincoln gets recast and Rick comes back. But I would like to see Andrew Lincoln come back and play Rick Grimes at some point. But the way the episode's going to end is that he disappears. He doesn't die, he disappears. And that's a big difference because the potential for him to come back is always going to be there. Is it going to be enough to drive people to keep watching? I don't know, but I'm going to keep watching regardless. Kimberly's got her tissues ready. And they say it's going to be a tearjerker, but I think it's going to be a close call. And the fact that they put it in the synopsis for season 9, episode 6, that it's 6 years after the disappearance of Rick Grimes, that's a huge major time jump. And we're going to get a time jump at the end of the episode. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted 3 pictures that are major spoilers this episode that airs tonight. Definitely check it out if you want to know that. Instagram at the PT channel. All one word. But it's just crazy to think that we're going to get a 6-year time jump really at the end of episode 905 into episode 906. And it's a major change. So shout out, please, Rick Tillman. Everybody, Rick Tillman's here for some reason. But yes, Kimberly, I see that there too. Movie. I like the idea that they could do a Rick Grimes movie and it could connect the dots with him eventually coming back. So it would make sense for The Walking Dead to keep the channel rolling, to keep the things rolling, to keep everything going, because The Walking Dead is going to be huge. It's going to be a big deal for a lot of people this there too. Sorry, the stream is lagging. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me take this off to see if that helps too. But yeah, I don't know why it's lagging on there too. Hopefully YouTube can bump it up. I got a full connection, everything there as well. So, but Janet Person, Q&A, Brian, do you think the second time jump is just so the survivors will have moved on? Yeah, 6-year time jump is going to be crazy. So I guess Rick disappears and Rick is going to be gone for 6 years and people aren't going to know where he is because the bridge is going to explode. Rick's going to shoot the play here. Neil, I got it. Video playback is shot. Great. Just deal with it. I'm not sure what it is. It's going to be catching up or something there too. Hopefully it comes back around. But you can just leave, Neil, too, if it's a problem for you. But the deal is that Rick's going to be gone. And I guess it's a disappearance that people are going to wonder where he is. And so you're going to tell me that Daryl, Carol, I guess Maggie, and a bunch of people are going to be wondering where Rick went for 6 years. That is a long, long time. 6 years is incredibly long to be wanting to know where the main character, your brother, Judith, your father, Michonne, your lover, is going to be at. It's just interesting to see that they're doing that. Is the 6-year time jump basically to have Rick be gone, but also the older characters now? So Judith's going to be 10 years old. I would assume Gracie, if they show her, if she's ever going to be a character again, is going to be 8 or 9 years old. You're going to have Herschel, who's going to probably be around 6, 7 years old. Then who else is there? Henry is going to be 16 or 17 years old. And it's just going to be interesting for that. I think the time jump is really all about having an older Judith. You know, I mean, it's not to get rid of Rick because Rick's gone. What are they going to do for that time? So it's just there. So hopefully the video is better for you guys. I don't know what's going on with that, but it just might have been the YouTube connection on there too. So hopefully we'll keep it rolling here. As always, guys, you know, with the top chat, always interested in what you have to say. Super chat, everything is very interesting. I'm going to go for about an hour. So I'm excited to talk about The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 5, 906. And so the RV should come back around. The RV is going to be the Heath and Tara RV from Season 6 and Season 7. And it's going to be back. We'll hopefully get some little more answers with the Jadis situation there too. It just might be more questions than answers. Does Jadis come back? Because she's going to come on the helicopter with Rick, is the word. So Janet, Q&A, Brian, do you think any of the group was shot by Jed? I don't think so. I mean, remember the theory that was going around, and I don't want to blast any channel, but there was a Walking Dead channel that was like, this information's confirmed, it's going to happen. And if you know the other channels, you know what I'm talking about. They were like, it's confirmed, Jed's going to shoot Rick's going to walk back to Alexandria, but he's going to turn into a walker, Negan's going to escape, he's going to run the sanctuary, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Sounded a lot like a theory, right? We have a whole video on there, but a lot of people are talking about, oh man, what's crazy? It's going to happen, Rick's going to be turned into a walker in front of Alexandria. Nope, that didn't happen at all. So Jed did not shoot Rick did not shoot any of the people like that, but there was gunfire that we didn't see. There's just no word on what's going to happen with the Saviors, the campsite, just what actually happened with that whole thing. I just don't think we get it, because from what I gather, we're going to see a bunch of hallucinations. It's only 68 minutes total runtime, so the episode's not extended, which it should have been. Yeah, exactly. Big sexy mud. Hopefully we'll be in the mud, because that guy's got to go. But so we're going to get 68 minutes total runtime, which will probably be 45 minutes total runtime of actual video of the episode. But that they're going to have, so if you get 44 minutes, 68 minutes, there's about 22, 23 minutes of commercials most likely. So we're going to get 45 minutes of episode most likely, but a lot is going to be hallucinations. If you saw the opening minutes breakdown that we did, Rick's going to get off the horse. Don't get off the horse. He's actually going to get on the horse, but he's going to get off of the rebar, pull himself up, escape on the horse. I would assume ride the horse to some shack, collapse on the front porch. There's going to be walkers in there. He's going to get away somehow. I would assume the horse gets killed, because that's what happens on The Walking Dead. That's going to go away. And Rick's going to see hallucinations. He's going to see Herschel. He's going to see he's probably going to see Sasha, and he's going to see Shane, which is going to be awesome, which I'm excited for the hallucinations with Shane. I'm definitely excited for that. And Greg Nicotero posted a great picture of Shane and Rick in the trailer getting ready, and Shane's got the King County outfit on, and so basically the hallucinations are going to be the future that they had before, going back from the journey of Rick Grimes' journey from season 1, episode 1 to season 9, episode 5. And I watched the pilot yesterday, and it's awesome to go see. One, because I got to go see movie sites, filming sites, Walking Dead filming. I took an awesome tour on Saturday. Got to see where Rick met Glenn in the street with the tank and the pipe sign and this and the helicopter in the sky, and it's pretty awesome because you can put 2 and 2 together, and there's a lot of connecting points from 905 to the pilot. And the pilot is going to come back around, which is cool because it's kind of a ploy that Rick's going to be taken out on the helicopter, because there's been a helicopter really in every season. Season 1 we saw, season 2 they came in the flashback thing, but also the helicopter sound drew the walkers to the barn. Season 3 with the governor, season 4 with the helicopter on top of the big club. There was a lot of helicopters all over the place, which is cool. But the idea that Rick's going to leave on a helicopter is kind of a cop-out a little bit, because Rick is their main actor, their main guy, which it's not going to be now. It's going to be Norman Reedus and Denai Guerrera and Carol. But the word is, too, that Norman Reedus is getting $1 million an episode, probably this season going forward. So he's going to get $16 million a season if he's in every episode, which is crazy to think. That's big, super money. So Daryl, we're going to see a lot more Daryl, which is fine by me. The Daryl situation, I think, is going to be pretty interesting, because I don't know if he's going to feel that he's responsible for Rick's death. He's trying to look for him and on there too, and that may be what it is, because of Rick's situation. That Rick is kind of interested. Rick goes away, and Daryl might not know where Rick went. Nobody might, besides Jadis and Rick, which is crazy to think that they're going to be wondering where Rick went. And they're going to go be looking for him. And that's how they might come across the Whispers, searching for Rick, going after Rick. Someone brought up a good point, too, that Carl is gone on the show, but you could have just had a different actor because of the time jump. So if you didn't want to pay Chandler Riggs, you could have just paid an older actor to play Carl, which would have made sense, because you would have a time jump of 1.5 years, and then a 6-year time jump, you would have older Carl. But Gimple is just on there too. So, yeah, Cyberjoy. I don't know what's up with the stream. Maybe it's YouTube or what. But I got a full connection here on there too. Hold on. Let me check something. Let's see. Hopefully we can be all right. But like I said, last Sunday, I didn't get a chance to do a live stream because I was at Walker Stalker. and I was going to be, missing you guys for sure. So hopefully you guys still had a good time. If you're at Walker Stalker Atlanta, hopefully you had a good time. I have the Jerry and Ezekiel panels. I was really excited to share that with you guys because it was a very funny panel. I like that. So if you definitely want to check out a funny, good panel from Walker Stalker Atlanta, the Jerry Ezekiel panel is definitely worth it. It's like 40 minutes long. It's in 2 parts. Also, you can see the tribute to Scott Wilson, which was pretty cool. They had his booth up there, and I got some video of that too. So I kind of put it all together. And there was the Rob, the painter guy, the speed painter, and hopefully you can check that out. It's very short, but it's pretty cool there. Yeah, Stella Clark, that's pretty cool. I watched the pilot yesterday, and Morales called Rick Helicopter Boy. That was odd. Well, it wasn't odd because he saw a helicopter, and that's what drew him to that. So Helicopter Boy is going to be leaving on a helicopter, I guess. So Helicopter Boy is going to be, gone on a helicopter. So it's interesting. Big Sexy confirmed Daryl may not take a bath in season 9. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to worry about Daryl's hygiene, but it's pretty funny. But Norman Reedus and Jeffrey Dean Morgan are definitely the big draws to Walker Stalker. And I've been Walker Stalker for many years now, and I don't know if I'm going back because I thought it was really cool to see the... I would like the idea that Rick was going to be at Walker Stalker Atlanta, but he wasn't. Walker Stalker London, I wouldn't be there, but people like that. It just sucks because I want to have Andrew Lincoln be part of the show, but he wants to be with his family, and I can understand that too. So it's just a sad day. But I think it just looking that it's going to be pretty, BS about Rick Grimes because it was clearly marketed as Rick Grimes' final episodes. Rick has 2 more episodes. Rick's last episode. You can look at the marketing and it says Rick Grimes' last episode. So if it's going to be Rick Grimes' last episode, is he ever coming back? Is it his last episode this season? Because there's been no, word that Rick Grimes has been Rick Grimes has not been, Andrew Lincoln has not been seen filming since episode 905. And everybody's saying, well, he had 6 episodes, and these are only 5 episodes, so he should have 1 more, right? He should, or he could, but there's just been nothing to know if he's been seen. He hasn't been back in stateside since he left. And so I know that The Walking Dead is going to continue on without Rick Grimes one way or another. If he comes back eventually, or if he's in movies, or he's this, or he's that. But I like the idea of Judith being a bigger part. I like the idea of the people that are still on the show do a lot for the show. I would assume if you saw my What Happens Next video that Judith will be a bigger part, that Aaron will have a bigger part. Hopefully he has a prosthetic by then. Hopefully he has, a big situation, big parts for the situation coming up. So if Rick gets the movie, which he could, because there's been talks that we're going to get a Walking Dead movie. If Rick gets his own spinoff, I doubt he's going to connect with Fear the Walking Dead. That just that would draw a lot of people to Fear the Walking Dead. But that negates the point that Andrew Lincoln wants to be home with his family in London if he's filming in Texas. It's like you just lied to us then. If you want to be home, like what's that going on with that? So we'll see if he comes back to direct. Maybe that's all BS. Maybe it just doesn't make sense. So I don't know what the deal is with the future of the show. I just know tonight's episode, I'm going to be really excited for it. Hold on, let me just get this idiot off of here. Some people just spam the chat. I mean, they got nothing better to do than spam the chat on there too. So pretty hilarious. Let me get this person out of here. But yeah, so I watched the pilot episode. I saw some of the filming sites. I saw the hospital. I saw the studio where they filmed a little bit, the initial thing, not the studio where they filmed anything recently, but the studio where they initially filmed the set building outside of the building, the King County building, the Morgan, Dwayne, and Rick building. And I got to say something about Dwayne because a lot of people are like, is he going to be in the finale? Is he going to be in the finale? Well, there's been no think of the finale. Because they're starting to film. They're probably going to start filming that this upcoming week because they finish right before Thanksgiving. So I would assume they're going to start filming the finale pretty soon. And if you know the video that I had up there, they found a spot that's a big open field. And if it's a big open field, you know what we're thinking for the, comic connection for this area and this timeline. Because what they're jumping around a lot this season. We had a 1.5-year time jump, and then a month time jump, and then we're getting a 6-year time jump, and we're getting this and we're getting that, and then Maggie taking out Gregory, that didn't happen until later. We're going to get Magna's group coming now, which is the start of this, and it's kind of jumping around, and then the whole Rick Jadis helicopter thing, that just gets crazy with all over the place, because that's not part of that for sure. But the comic connection coming up should be really huge. It's going to probably be, I would assume it's going to be the very end of the season 9 finale on there. I think it'll be good for it for sure. I think the season 9 finale is going to be a big way to end the season, if I'm thinking it's correct. If you know the comic stuff, you know what I'm talking about, guys. So Nina Ray, thank you for the super chat. Always welcome, always appreciate it on there too. So I thank you guys for taking the time this Sunday and every Sunday for the Walking Dead live stream. But I'm excited for tonight's episode, guys. A lot of big stuff is happening. And like I said, even when I watch even when I make videos and I know the potential spoilers and the confirmed information that everybody's talking about, and there's a lot of stuff that goes around. There's a lot of spoilers. There's a lot of channels that get it. There's a lot of people on Instagram that get it. And giving credit where credit is due is important to me, because you don't want to feel like, oh yeah, you got this information on your own and stuff. And if you did, then that's good. Like my pictures are my pictures, my video is this and there too. But if I get the information from somewhere else, you gotta give credit where credit is due. And some people, some places, a lot of places don't. And there's some stuff on Instagram that I don't want to get into, but someone is definitely all about taking information from spoilers and showing it as their own. And it's just kind of funny when you do that stuff, because you look like a fool to a lot of people who know stuff. Because if it's just funny when spoiler information comes out and then someone posts something right away. Like, where was that beforehand? Like, oh, you got the information and then you did it and you spin it off on yourself, right? Like, it's just hilarious. But I love having the community feel. I love being part of it on there too. I don't want to put any channel down or any person down, but when people come at me and people come attack me and people put my channel down and people say you did this and you did that, blah, 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 I'm going to defend myself, and that's for sure with it. But tonight's going to be a good episode. I think it's going to be a great episode. I think it's going to be a series-changing episode. It's going to be a big deal for The Walking Dead, probably one of the biggest of the series. Andrew Lincoln being done with playing Rick Grimes is what the feeling I'm getting. Get your tissues ready. Get this on there too. And if you know The Walking Dead season 9, you've watched the marketing on there too. Thank you, Sheila. You're great too. I appreciate the kind words on there for sure. Fund von Squad. Why can't any Walking Dead channels get along? Well, because everybody thinks they're better than my channel, at least on there too. So I don't know. I don't care about other channels until they start attacking me and coming after me. But it's just kind of funny. But it's just one of those things where everybody thinks they're the best. Everybody thinks there's this, when I believe in a community feel. I believe in a community, Walking Dead family for sure on there too. So, but there's a lot of competition now in the world and in life, and I guess that's where it's coming about. But Andre Bry, thoughts on Negan's reaction when he finds out Rick died? Well, technically Rick's not going to die. He's going to disappear. And I wonder what Negan's going to be like, because Negan doesn't have that connection with Rick like that. If you know the comics, you know what happens with Rick and Negan, and it's kind of interesting on there too. So I know that Rick's disappearance is going to be big, and it should be felt by everybody. It should be felt by Negan, Maggie, Carol, Daryl, everything, because I know that it's supposed to be sad. It's supposed to be a big thing, but from what I gather is that everyone's going to think that Rick is gone when he's not gone there too. So, yeah, sure. Game, am I going to cry? What does that mean, dude? Are you going to be disrespectful? Are you going to be the person that I'm talking about online like that? So that's cool. Going to have people like that. But yeah, for a while there too on Instagram, I was getting a lot of people like, stop putting stuff about your books. Stop putting stuff here. Stop putting this there. And it's just hilarious. Hold on, let me just get rid about It's like lagging a little bit to get rid of this guy. But I don't know what's going on with YouTube now. It's like too many people are getting crazy with this YouTube stuff with the Walking Dead. But yeah, people are going to be funny and try to clown me. You're not going to come here and do that stuff. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work, man. But so I would like to see a connection with the idea that Carl was there. I want to see Carl. I want to see, a lot of people come back for Rick. The only one that's confirmed are Shane, Sasha, and Herschel. Sorry, I'm just removing this person here because I'm not going to deal with people coming in here with disrespecting me or anybody like that. That's for sure. But okay, so let's get it back on track here. Sorry, I get distracted by the haters, But I'm a big fan of tonight's episode, which is going to be, should be awesome on there too. Sheila, thank you. My books are great. I appreciate it. I think so too. I'm really excited about it. I'm thinking that it's going to be very interesting for that because I like the idea on there for sure. Yeah. But I'm excited for tonight's episode to see what happens. What if The Walking Dead and AMC put out some fake spoilers or put out some fake stuff, and they're like, Rick gets on a helicopter and leaves with Jadis, and they come and they're gone, and that doesn't happen? That would be crazy. What if Angela Kang and Gimple, which I believe Gimple is a writer or at least a co-writer of tonight's episode. So he loves his little cliffhangers. He loves to keep us guessing. He loves to pull this. He loves to do that. He loves to trick us. He loves to mess around. And he loves to keep us doing this because what's going to happen is like Rick's going to be on the horse bleeding and then hallucinating and bleeding and hallucinating and doing this and getting there and coming back towards the bridge. And then we'll probably see Maggie and Michonne talking and fighting and this. And yeah, these people are hilarious. And then we're going to see him come back, and then we're going to see a commercial break, and then we're going to have this, and we're going to see a Rick hallucination, and then we're going to see this, and then we're going to have something there, and then Rick's going to lead the walkers across the bridge and take them towards that, so the bridge will collapse and the walkers will be there, and the bridge holds, and then Rick's going to blow up the bridge with some dynamite is what the word is. But it's just kind of crazy because the word is that Rick's going to see Maggie and everybody there, and he's not going to see if they're hallucination or not, and he's not going to know what's real. And then I would assume Rick blows up the bridge and then falls into the water and gets sucked down and taken away. And people are like, oh, Rick is gone. Because how could Jadis take Rick without everybody knowing? Without everybody not knowing, I should say. Without Rick not knowing what's going to happen there, too. Yeah, Foon Van Squad. I should do a collaboration with a lot of people, but, I would talk to them about it because, some people are too cool for school to do things like that. But, we'll see. Hopefully down the road, hopefully we can do something like that. I would love to do that, to have a Walking Dead connection on there, too, with everything. That would be pretty awesome with a bunch of YouTubers. That would be a great way to do it and have there, too. So, yeah, Jan, we got another trollers, man. I don't know. These trolls are pretty terrible, too. And that's just funny that people hide in a keyboard and, somewhere in their mom's basement or something there, too, probably. But, like I said, Walker Stalker last weekend. Sorry I missed you guys. I missed having the live stream. But I got the Jerry and Ezekiel panel. I got some video from the convention. I got some tour video. I got some, Atlanta movie tour stuff. I got some video of Sonoy. I was at Nick and Norman's. I was in a lot of stuff to share with you guys because not everybody could be there. I was at the Woodbury shop, bought a couple things, bought a couple hats. I wanted to wear one of my new hats, but I had to represent my Shane hat today, especially because Shane is coming back tonight's episode. So had to see that. I'm excited to see that too, especially watching the pilot episode. I think you guys should really watch the pilot episode tonight before you watch it because a lot of the connecting points from I seen from the trailers and stuff are going to be straight back from the pilot. And if you watch the pilot, I really wish they had a marathon going now to this episode for Rick stuff, or they had big things. I would love to see the idea of the connecting points for Rick's episodes. If they had like highlighted Rick's big moments and they played it there too, for sure. So, yeah, Fouled Von Squad. Yeah, I would love to do a collaboration. I'm not against it. Just some people are, like I said, too cool for school. Yeah. First, last. Your hat is lame AF. So is your name, first, last. What does that even mean? So my hat is lame. So is your name there too. How about you change your name to something? Or you start your own channel. Or you get a hat. Or better yet, how about you get a life instead of coming here and disrespecting me and the people that want to be here on there too. But haters are going to hate. And that's what I learned. Everyone's got a lot of stuff here there too. So we'll see if this kid responds. We'll do that. We'll leave it there for right now. But I think JSA 6109. I think Rick is pointing the gun at the dynamite. I think that's what happens. I think that's when Rick blows up the dynamite. I think that's probably the big thing too. So I'm excited for it. I haven't been this excited for stuff for a long time with The Walking Dead. You know, I wanted to know about the season 7 lineup to see if it was true about Abraham and Glenn. And I made a video. Like I gotta talk about this because I just made a video. Let me answer this, Janet person. Q&A, Brian, do you think they keep Tara alive so she can end up her head on Pike? Yeah, that could happen. I think that's going to be a big deal. Who's going to be on there for the season 9 finale? Who's going to be on the Pikes? And I wouldn't. What if like Judith comes back and she's on there? That'd be kind of crazy. But Tara, I just don't want to see Jerry. I don't want to see anybody big like that. I want to see characters like Tara. I'd be okay with, even though Tara's kind of funny. She kind of brings some different things to it, but for sure. But Mr. Hardguns, you're going to do Game of Thrones updates? I will for sure when we get more information. I'm excited about Game of Thrones when it actually comes back. I just want the date to know when Game of Thrones is coming back. But I want to talk about the video I posted earlier this morning that the day The Walking Dead died, or the day TWD died, and it's a discussion video. I don't think The Walking Dead is dead. I think it's going strong. I think season 9 is a big, huge step in the right direction. I love Angela Kang. I love when she interviews. I love when she does a lot of things there. I love the idea when she's on Talking Dead or which she's not, which sucks tonight because it's Gimple, Yvette Nicole Brown, somebody else. I think there's is it Melissa McBride maybe? And then Andrew Lincoln has a taped segment, and there's going to be taped segments of the people saying goodbye to Rick. But I kind of wish it was Angela Kang tonight instead of Scott Gimple, because you'll see the difference. Like if you watch Angela Kang on the Talking Dead, she's open, she's charismatic, she gives information, she's very nice, she's very polite on there too. And if you watch Gimple, he's like, well, I'm Gimple. And it's like he doesn't want to say anything and doesn't know what to say and doesn't know how to do this. He's kind of like a writer. He doesn't know how to doesn't want to give too much away, I'm guessing, on there too. So, but we'll see tonight. I think it's going to be interesting. Got to get those TWD rewards points and get all that stuff, on there. But Abby Louise 1218, thank you, great video. I appreciate it on there too. So so like I said, last Sunday I missed you guys, and I missed you guys. I missed doing this. I missed talking about it. I missed being a part of the everything part of it there too. I missed being a part of you guys on this Sunday for the live chats and everything on there too. But I think tonight's episode is going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be ups and downs and, hallucinations and connections and stuff coming around. And I think it's going to be great because it's going to be I love when The Walking Dead connects the dots. I love when The Walking Dead brings something back from prior seasons to connect where it's been on there too. So we still want to know what happened to Heath. We want to know what the PPP card is all about. We want to know what's going to happen here on there too. I want to know what's going to be set up for the future. Thank you, Lee Everett. Appreciate it. Yeah, love you too on there too. Lee Everett from the Walking Dead games. Appreciate it. I know a lot of people are interested in playing the Walking Dead video game. The Telltale games. Hopefully that comes back by Skybound. I know Skybound took over ownership of them to finish the last game, which you got to end. You got to have a conclusion point there too. But The Walking Dead, the Overkill's The Walking Dead was actually at the the Walker Stalker. And you could play the demo, the beta version of it, and there was a huge line for it. But I've not heard good things about Overkill's The Walking Dead game. It just wasn't there for sure. So, Jacob, yeah, okay. But Andre Bry, do you think they'll put Rick in Memoriam? That'll be very telling, Andre. I don't know if that'll be there, because Talking Dead always does in Memoriam. And if you know, at the end of episode, it was 901, that Justin... It was 902, episode 902, that Justin was like vanished. We didn't see what happened to him. He wasn't in Memoriam. He was in Memoriam in 903 at the beginning of it. So we didn't know. He knew he was still alive, potentially. But I don't know if... I doubt Rick will be in Memoriam. I highly doubt it. And that'll be very telling, because he's not going to die. I just don't... I think they're going to keep it open for a long time to bring back Rick. Back maybe in season 11. Rick comes back. So what if we get 6-year time jump, right? How old is Rick going to look from the explosion into the water to go away, to come back, to go away on a helicopter somewhere, whether it's Ohio or, government, or, DC or London or Texas or Nebraska or Pittsburgh or whatever, wherever he goes. In 6 years, he's going to look pretty different. Are we going to get an old man Rick? And what if it's played by a different actor? I would actually be okay with that if Andrew Lincoln didn't come back, but Rick Grimes came back, and it just wasn't there too. So it's just pretty interesting on there too. So, but let's see. Do you think we will see the prison in tonight's episode, or maybe Terminus? I don't think so. I don't know how that would connect the dots on there. I think it's season 1, episode 1 pilot stuff, and how it connects, and you'll see Herschel's farm, and you'll see, just big events from the pilot, because I think it's really cool, and it's really awesome that John Bernthal came back to film, probably a 5-minute thing of the episode, and hopefully he was there for a day and filmed it. It'd be pretty cool. So Lee Everett, how long till next episode? The episode airs tonight at 9:00. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what time zone you're in or whatever, but it's 9:00. So it's just this time jump is messing me up with the daylight savings. We fell backwards to gain an hour. It's 1:37 by my time here, Eastern Standard Time. So, 7 hours and 23 minutes. The Walking Dead will be back on television for episode 905. But it comes on, there's a little marathon, a season 9 marathon. I think it starts at like 4 o'clock or something up to it. And then we'll go right into episode 905. And the one thing I'm really excited about, that I'm kind of glad they're doing, is that they're making Judith kind of a badass. And if you know the comic, I hate saying that, if you know the comics, because in the comics, Magna, Yumiko, Luke, Connie, Kelly, they are at the start of a new beginning storyline. They're not in episode 906 in this storyline. They're before all that. There's no bridge. There's no this. Gregory's still alive on there too. But Jesus and a couple people save Magna and Yumiko from walkers, that whole group. It's Jesus. It's not Judith. Judith is not alive. Judith is killed at the prison by Lori, gets shot by the governor attack at the prison. There is no Judith in the comic up to this point. But it's pretty telling that Jesus is not connected with this. Jesus is nowhere to be found here. And that's kind of a big telling thing, that they're not giving Jesus many storylines. The word is, not in this episode, maybe I think it's episode 908 or around episode 908, that Jesus, Tom Paine, Paul Rovia, gets killed, I think is the word. And that is kind of telling that they're putting money and faith in Jesus, or in Judith and Henry and Daryl and Carol going forward. It's different characters for sure. It's pretty interesting that they're not doing those things. And I wonder why too. So if you think about it, Tom Paine is British, Andrew Lincoln, British, Lauren Cohan, British. They're all potentially gone after the first half of season 9. Andrew Lincoln's gone. Maggie's probably gone in episode 906. And if it's true about Jesus, Tom Paine will be gone too. So we're losing those actors. Pretty crazy. I wonder what's going on with that too. So, Onion, The Walking Dead Twitter tweeted out saying to stay for the entire Talking Dead tonight to not miss something. Well, yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead wants you to watch everything. They want you to watch this. They want you to watch that. They want you to watch here. And what I'm kind of gathering is all this, too, is that tune in for Rick Grimes' final episode. Tune in for the last time you will see Rick Grimes. Tune in if you love The Walking Dead and Rick Grimes, because you're never going to see him again. And then take him away on a helicopter. Psych. Rick Grimes will be back, baby. Keep watching. We got to keep watching until Rick Grimes comes back. And that is a troll move. That is a messed up move. That is Gimple move, Gimple move, Gimple move. For that they want to keep you back and get you this and get you that. And that's a comic book way of doing things. Oh, the death of Superman. It's going to be death. He's going to die. Then reborn. He's back. Get this. Buy this issue. Buy that. Buy this. Buy this. We're going to kill Wolverine off. Boom. Coming back. Bring him back. Wolverine's back. Oh, that's what they're doing with Rick. Kill him off. Get him off. And then Rick comes back. And you're like, what the heck is going on? You know? It's just kind of a troll move. It's pretty crappy on there too. So Gamma. Speaking of voiceover works, you should if you haven't already, maybe you have. What's his name? Kari Payton does the voice of Cyborg on Teen Titans and a couple other things, and he has got that voice that's like captivating and draws you in, and it's pretty cool that you can do that. And he's just got that. Him and Jerry too. Jerry had and Cooper Andrews had that voice where you just like emotion and just draws you in. It's pretty cool, and you can see that in the panel. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's kind of a crappy way of doing it. If you say it's Rick Grimes' final episode, last episode, and then it's not potentially that he can come back. So it's going to be that too. So Fat Kid 187, what a great name. So you're a Gimple hater, huh? Well, not a hater as much as some people, but I don't agree with a lot of the things that he was a showrunner has done. No, I think the getting rid of Carl was the really stupid move, and I think that's one of the reasons, a big main reason, that Andrew Lincoln was like, I think I'm done with the show. And I think a couple of the actors agree with that. Tom Payne, I believe, has said something like that too, that he believes that. And I kind of would agree with that too, that the future of the show was Carl. Carl was supposed to take over things, and now it looks like to be Judith. I'm okay with that. You know, a lot of people don't want it to be Henry, and I kind of don't want it to be Henry either, but I'd be happy to see Judith. Because if you saw my Instagram, you see Judith rocking Carl's hat. She supposedly has a shotgun, which we don't really see in the pictures. I think she has a sword on her back, actually. I think Judith has a little katana. Because if Michonne is raising her, that Judith's going to be pretty badass. She's going to be pretty awesome. Because Michonne's awesome. Michonne's my favorite character. So if Michonne is raising Judith, and Judith looks up to Michonne, then you're going to learn ways of the person you look up to. It's just a factor of life. Your parents, your brothers, your friends. It's just pretty cool. So that would be pretty awesome. So I said about it. I said this in the other video about what's to come. So Judith could be raised by Michonne. She'll probably be raised by Michonne, Carol, Daryl. She's got Shane blood in her, and she definitely was raised by Rick too. So. She's got Lori blood, but that's a downfall. That's a little knockdown. Lori was kind of terrible. But if she's got a shotgun, if she got Shane, she doesn't have Shane's shotgun, but if she's got like a Shane type shotgun, and then she's got Carl's hat, I wonder if she's going to have Rick's revolver. But I just feel like that gun might be, and a shotgun might be a little much too for a 10-year-old. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't really shot a revolver, a 357 Colt Python revolver can be a little much for a 10-year-old. But a shotgun, you can have not the biggest recoil on those, but it can be a lot. But if she's got a little katana, that would be pretty awesome. I have to admit. Judith can be, what if Judith turns into to be an awesome character? And she's like, man, she is awesome. She is badass. I hope Angela Kang does that. I hope Angela Kang is like, you know what? A big part of the future of the show is Judith. That would be pretty sweet. I think that would be pretty cool. I would not hate that whatsoever. And I know some people would, and I know some people hate Daryl, and some people hate this, and some people hate that. But, the haters are going to hate. And if people are hating on me, and I'm a nobody, people are definitely going to hate on The Walking Dead and what they do. But I'm entertained thoroughly by The Walking Dead. I think Season 9 is great. And I don't know what the problem people will have with Season 9 is. I think it's back to the way it was. It's captivating. It's entertaining. I love the interactions with Rick and Daryl last episode. I thought that was great to have them finally talk about it too, and I didn't get a chance to talk about it because I was on the live stream, but they didn't really fight, which was kind of cool, kind of wussy, kind of wimpy, but I kind of liked them talking. They finally were stuck in a hole and they needed each other to get out, and they do need each other too. And the fact that Daryl said his last words to Rick, like, don't go that way, go this way, come on, let's do this, let's do together. It's kind of crazy too. So I like the idea of them working together and hopefully coming back. I want to see, because if Rick goes away and it's 6 years and everybody thinks Rick's dead, I want Rick to come back in a way that's heroic, that's a great memorable moment. Like remember when Carol saved everybody in the season 5 premiere? I want to see that motion again. I want to see Daryl see Carol for the first time in the woods if and when Rick comes back. If he ever comes back, that would be pretty awesome. If Rick comes back, I want to see that emotion where Daryl and Rick, see each other. They haven't seen each other for a long time. They thought they were dead. What if it's during the Whisperer War that Rick comes back and Rick saves some people and Heath's with him, or some other characters are with him? The princess is with them, or something crazy. They bring these characters around from the comic. But I kind of want to see that too, especially if the possibility that Rick's still alive, which I think he is too. So Q&A, Brian, any more thoughts on Rosita being pregnant? I don't know. It just might be overkill of all these pregnancies. So, we have baby Herschel finally. What if Michonne's pregnant? What if Rosita's pregnant? What if Nabila's pregnant? What if all these women are pregnant? It might be a little too much, which I'd be fine with. That's the future of the world, civilization, but I wouldn't mind seeing Rosita. I would like to see Rosita live, actually, and I would like to see that happen and see, the little situation be different from the comics, because I like little remixes. I like how they do it there, too, so. Brandon Hutton, still disappointed we won't get to see Lydia lick Carl's eye hole. Yeah, that's pretty gross, actually. But, yeah, we're not going to see that. Unless Henry, what if it happens to Henry? They really sold out and they really copped out. If Henry loses an eye and then he meets Lydia and that still happens, you're like, come on, dude, you shouldn't have done that. But Lydia and Henry are going to be that new connection. And I hope Matt Lintz, the older brother of the Lintz kids, I hope he does a good job. And I hope that the girl who's playing older Judith, it's like, I forget her name, Kaylee Fleming, I think is her name. And she was young Rey in Star Wars Force Awakens is the word. And I hope she's good. I hope she's great. And I would like to see these actors and actresses, carry the show. Because it's like, I don't understand why people are like, the show sucks, end the show. Like, do you really want to do that? What are these haters going to complain about if the show's gone? What are they going to bitch about? What are they going to do this about, If The Walking Dead's not on anymore, what are people going to want to do? It's just crazy. So The Walking Dead needs to carry it forward with the characters that are there too. And I think it should be a great thing. And I'd like to see a Judith and I guess Henry now. We got to deal with Henry. What if Herschel comes back and he's badass? And what if, Gracie's awesome? Because that's the other thing, too, is like we can't forget about Gracie. We haven't seen Gracie there, too. But Rick, is going to be gone. Maggie's going to be gone. We're going to see, major things with the characters that remain. I want to see Aaron have a prosthetic. I definitely want to see that. I want to see Judith turn into an awesome character. I want to see Gracie turn into a good character. Henry needs to turn into a major character. He needs to pick up, some good storylines, and hopefully he will. I know Daryl's going to do a good job. I know Carol's going to be awesome. Denai Guerrero, Michonne's going to be great too. Ezekiel, I like Ezekiel, Jerry, they're pretty cool too. So I know there's been a lot of filming recently in Tyler Perry Studios, and Tyler Perry Studios is where they film The Kingdom. So I think season 9, episode 15 will be some Kingdom episode there too, which, it needs to be there too. We haven't seen it in a while, so I know the Kingdom needs to be part of the show, which should be. But, so to recap, we're going to get a time jump at the end of the episode. We're going to see an older Judith. We're going to see Magna's group. We're going to see Rick and Jadis hopefully get on a helicopter ride. As with that, we're going to see a bunch of hallucinations. We're going to see, some comic stuff. We're going to see some variant covers with all the bodies dead on the floor. We're going to see some callbacks to prior seasons. We're going to see Rick talking to himself in the hospital. And a lot of people are like, Rick's going to wake up and it's all going to be a dream. And I know that Kirkman likes to mess with people and say this and say that and do this and do that and say a lot of different things. But he said specifically that Rick is not in a coma and it's not a dream. There's not going to be a cure. There's not going to be anything like that. The Walking Dead is the zombie movie that never ends. What happens after the fact? What this happens where the Walking Dead continues and continues and goes on and continues and it goes like that? Because the whole basis of it, which I totally agree with, is Kirkman's idea is what happens after the people get to the island? What happens at the end of Day of the Dead, which is kind of a big hit with the mailbox, the picture there too, with Laurie Cardile. And what happens after they get to there? I want to know what happens. The zombie apocalypse hasn't ended, but we think it has because the people are safe now. But what happens after that? How do they survive? How do they keep going? And that's what was so good about The Walking Dead, because it's a survival. It's a survival zombie apocalypse story. And just like my books, I try to replicate that too. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen with something else? This, that, what's going to happen? And it's awesome. It keeps you interested. Keeps you involved, for sure. Janet Person, Q&A Brian, when Eugene and Rosita hear the walkers speaking, is this the official introduction to Whisperers, or will it be someone finding the border? I don't know. We're not sure. I mean, that's the big thing. I don't know even when that's going to happen. It's rumored to be episode 906, when you see Rosita and Eugene at the side of the water, or the ditch there when the walkers are going by them and they're whispering, where are they? But I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. It starts tonight going forward. And this we're lucky, we're super lucky that this is not the mid-season finale. We still had episode 906, 907, and 908. This is only episode 905. We still got 3 more episodes before the break. That is awesome. That's one of the cool things that they actually did. They usually do this for mid-season breaks or mid-season premieres, have a big moment like this too. So I guess Andrew Lincoln was like, you know what? I'm just going to be here 5 episodes, and then I got to go see my family. I can't do it. I can't do, because they film for like 5 to 8 days. So that's like around two working days, because they film Monday through Friday. So that's like 2 weeks. And so if you're filming 8 episodes at 2 weeks a pop, that's 16, at 16 weeks. So that's like 4 months trying to get, that versus, half the time basically. So it's just interesting to see what's going to happen tonight. And I'm interested to see how it all comes together. I would love to see more people there. A lot of people are asking like, what would you say about the flashbacks? Or is there going to be more people? I would hope so. I would hope that we will see, Chaz Wilco, name 5 people who you think would be a flashback. That's not a question. That's a thing. So I don't know. But I know that it's going to be Herschel, Sasha, and Shane for sure. I would love to see Carl. I would love to see Glenn. I would love to see Abraham. I would love to see, a bunch more. And hopefully they do. Hopefully they sneak a couple things in there too. Because remember, even when the idea is you get... 16 episodes. I know we get 16 episodes. You get mid-season. You get 8. You have 5. You have 906, 907, 908 of this first half. And then we have a 2-month break and 16 episodes. I definitely know that there's 16 episodes in a season, bro. I know that. Please. But I am excited for what you got, Brian. Please answer J Geek's question. Sorry, there's people spamming stuff here. There's people saying this. J Geek, where you at? Do you think the Whisperers know about the Chopper Group? Keep up the great work, bro. Do they know about the Chopper Group? I don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen with the connection, because I think it's such a big time jump that I don't know what people are going to know whenever they're too. So we're not going to see the Whisperers till after the time jump. So all this, is that a whisper? Is that a whisper? Is that guy by the woods a whisper? Is that guy a whisper? Is that a whisper? It don't matter, evidently, because all that stuff makes no connection with the Whisperers until after the time jump. So the Whisperers have been farting around and doing whatever for close to 7.5 years since the end of the war, that you saw them in the field across the way, or the big group, or the big Walker group, or whatever, or the Pikes, or whatever. We saw that. So if that was them, what have they been doing for 7.5 years? To live in a zombie apocalypse for 7.5 minutes or 7.5 days, let alone 7.5 years, that is a long time. Where have these Whisperers been, and what's been going on here too? I would love to see an origin story of Alpha and Beta and all that stuff too. I would love to see that. That would be actually a pretty cool movie. I would love to see. I love the idea of some movie, because there's been talks of movies and other spin-offs and other things that are coming around. that could potentially connect things there too. And I would love to see one of those things be the Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes continuation of it. So has anybody seen The Mist? The Stephen King book, The Mist. I watched it was on AMC, I believe, on there too. And it's really funny because so many people from The Walking Dead are in that, and Frank Darabont made that movie, the original showrunner of The Walking Dead. And it's crazy to think that Frank Darabont should still be the showrunner to this day. It would have been crazy to, see where they were compared to what it was. But we just don't know. But Thomas Jane was supposed to be Andrew Lincoln's part, Rick Grimes. Andrea, Laurie Holden was in that. Dale was in it. Morales was in it. The Carol was in it. And the walker that was inside the tank, he's one of the people in there too. But what if Thomas Jane actually took the role of Rick Grimes? And what if Laurie Holden was that? And what if, Dale should still be alive? And all these things are what if. What if Andrew Lincoln never took the role? It's hard to see Rick Grimes is not Andrew Lincoln. Would we still be having the final Rick Grimes episode if Thomas Jane was actually Rick Grimes? So you would probably get Rick and Andrea. There would be no Rashon. There would be more connections with the comic. And it's just funny to think. I was just seeing that movie, and I'm like, man, what if Thomas Jane took the role? Would he be a good, worse, or better Rick Grimes? Would he still be on the show to this day? Would The Walking Dead be what it is today? I don't know, because Andrew Lincoln is a guy that makes everybody better. They call him the unicorn or whatever, like something he's not really there. That type of actor and that type of person is not usually there, is what they say. I'm not an actor. I have not been in movies. I've not been anything, but I believe that there's sometimes a disconnect. Some actors are a pain in the butt. They're high maintenance. They're hard there. And I've heard some stories about certain actors being, being a lot of trouble. But Andrew Lincoln is not one of those. He's there when he's not even filming. He's there connecting, acting, reacting, working together for the scene. No matter how big or small the role, he's involved with it. And I think he's done a great job. And I think part of it, Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus, and Melissa McBride are three people, and Lenny James too, really did a lot for the show, especially early on, and did a lot to draw people in and do everything there too. So it's hard to say. But it was just interesting because you saw so many people there. Rick, you saw possible potential Rick, Andrea, Carol, Dale, Morales, and a Walker there. It was just pretty interesting to see how they did it. But I love seeing that movie. The ending sucks though of The Mist. It's like, oh my god, it doesn't suck, but it's just like, oh my goodness, like what the heck? What the heck just happened at the end of it? You're invested in this, invested in that, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. But it's definitely a good movie. Christy Allen, hey Bri, what huge curveball storyline could they throw at us tonight? Well, they could throw off the spoilers and have a totally different ending where Rick gets killed and it doesn't happen, and Andrew Lincoln, never has the chance to play Rick Grimes again, or Rick gets he doesn't go on the helicopter in this there too. But I think the biggest curveball is the time jump at the end where Judith, a 10-year-old Judith, saves the day with Magna, Yumiko, Luke, and Connie. Like, I'm excited for that more than anything too, and I just hope, and I feel like I'm already excited for badass Judith. Little ass kicker is going to get her name there too. And I hope to see that connection with Daryl and Judith. And I think they were hinting at it a little bit, and some people said that in the comments, which I agree with, that Aaron's single line to Daryl about you would be a great father is going to come around. He's going to help raise Judith to make sure that she stays alive, to honor Rick Grimes. And if Judith if she learns from Daryl, Michonne, and Carol, man, she's going to be awesome. And I'm telling you, she's got Shane blood in her. Man, she's going to be an awesome character. She might be way better than Carl ever could have been. I hope so, because we got her now. So that'd be pretty cool too. So. But I'm going to go for another couple minutes, guys. Sorry for the lagging. I don't know what was on with that, but hopefully we're good and we're rolling here on there too. Yeah, Brandon, the sneak peeks and the stuff are tough to find. You can see the sneak peek through AMC. The opening minutes was really tough to find. Walking AMC They shut that S down, no exceptions. They got rid of that pretty quick when it was trying to go up, and they're like, nope, you gotta get the AMC Premiere service. You want to watch the opening minutes? You better pay us money and get that AMC Premiere, which I don't have, but AMC Premiere is pretty good for $5 a month. It's not $5 an episode; it's $5 a month. It's $4.99, and you get four to five Sundays a month, and really four, but so it's kind of cool. So it's basically $1 a Sunday, which is pretty interesting to see. It's four, but you're gonna get that. Pretty cool to see. Is it worth it? I don't know, but I'm definitely excited to see how it all plays out and plays tonight. So tonight's episode 905 should be very telling, very interesting. I'm gonna watch Talking Dead. I'll have my review. And then I'll probably have some breakdowns and stuff, probably Monday, because I want to enjoy Talking Dead. And the episode is 68 minutes long. It goes from 9 o'clock to 10:08 Eastern Standard Time, and then Talking Dead at 10:08 to 11:08. And then I'll try to get some of these, videos up, but I'll definitely have them for Monday and Tuesday and on there too. But thank you guys for joining me this Sunday from the live stream. Last question here, Janet Person, Q&A, Brian, do you think Jed killed Alden? I don't know. That's a good question. I hope not. I think he just beat him up. I hope Jed just beat up Alden, and Alden's still alive, and we'll still see him, because I would like to see Alden stay alive. They put all that time and energy in the Saviors and this, and we didn't even see him die. We didn't see him die, so that clues in the fact that he could still be alive. So thank you guys for joining me this Sunday. I appreciate it. Check out Georgia Touring Company, Atlanta Movie Tours. If you're in Georgia, in Sonoy, in around Atlanta, definitely worth it. Definitely good stuff. I have many more videos about that. But remember, guys, enjoy the episode tonight. I'm excited for it. I have my reviews and I have everything there too. And remember, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And block those haters. Let the haters hate. Love you guys. See you later.